Okay. Nice and quick.
I actually really like that ring light.
Me too.
So, as I'm looking at Marlon, is the mic in front of my face?
Yes.
It's like if the mic would be like right here, so it's like technically under your chin.
Yeah. Also, why do you need that mic? It's not even working for this.
I know. I think it's kind of a cool prop.
Why?
Because I don't know.
It just obscures your body, and every time you move, it's like it's like a eclipse.
You put it like here, so it takes up that white space.
In the mountains.
Yeah, like the green area, and then it looks since you're talking that way anyway.
You want to go ahead and turn the TV off for us? Just, I mean, is this amateur hour? Like, what are you?
I just like hearing your voice is all.
No, you don't.
Well, you're right. Think about it.
It's October 25th, and this is
Black apple pie.
a.
What it do, gang, everybody?
You know, like when like old white people try to be cool. That was like the epitome of that experience.
Don't put me in the same category as Hillary Clinton trying to dab.
Like if you had trying to dab.
Yes.
That's literally what that felt like. That was your dab experience.
That was not my dab experience.
All
I do
right.
that to the kids all the time. Oh,
The
no.
prosecution rests.
Oh,
There was a debate this week.
Was there?
There was. It was the last presidential debate. It was between Trump and Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And I must say, it was inconsequential for me.
I think it was for a lot of people.
Well, it was inconsequential for you too, because we voted about 8 hours before that debate started.
We did. We voted on the same day.
We voted on the same day.
Yeah.
And then the debate happened. So, like, I'm curious, what in that debate, like we saw the debate, it was somewhat, it just was what it was. My question is there anything that could have occurred in that debate that you would have been like, oh, I regret my vote now?
No.
No, not anything.
Not even the fact that Trump was speaking somewhat coherently and didn't really interrupt. He was waiting
he
for
couldn't during the 2 minutes, which was great. And like the fact that we need that, I think indicates how childish debates have gotten. And anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
No.
So if Joe Biden had
Go ahead and say it. What would Uncle Joe do?
Uncle Joe did not do anything.
What would he do?
He wouldn't do this.
WWJD.
Oh, you just all kinds of blasphemous today, aren't you? If no, I'm not gonna say it. If Joe Biden was like, I don't know, inappropriate in some way, or
okay. I'm better at this than you. I think.
Apparently,
Joe Biden was like, "Come on, man, y'all my niggas." If he would have been like that on the stage,
honestly, that would not have made me regret my vote. I would have just been like, I'm gonna turn this off now, but still better than Trump.
You're like, yeah, let's go ahead and put that on mute.
No, that would have been a full channel change. Like they do not deserve the advertisement dollars after that.
There was a couple things that happened during the debate.
Yeah.
Joe Biden was talking about, he was mentioning drugs for some reason. I don't remember the context, but he said cocaine and Trump's eyes kind of lit up.
I did not necessarily think that was like, I don't know, indicative that he like used drugs or was interested in drugs.
He was like, oh, the magic word.
Cocaine where?
Where is it? I heard that I can have it. Does Sleepy Joe have it? Because he will be my best friend.
They won't convict me for anything.
I'll have the power of 3 bears.
If I could, I can't even get the words out. I can't remember the words. Starts with a C. It's like working together.
Cocaine?
No.
Oh, collusion?
Yeah. If I get collude with Russia and they didn't impeach me, cocaine's not gonna do it.
You know what? Cocaine would not do it.
I don't know. I'm not even a little bit.
At a few of his rallies, he's done this thing continually where he's mentioned that he's had COVID and said, I guess I'm immune. Yeah. I'm immune to it now. I'll go in the crowd and I'll start kissing every man and woman. There was one particular incident where he looked into the crowd and was like, look at this man right here. He's so handsome. I would love to lay a big one on him, but I wouldn't enjoy it though.
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
Right. Okay.
I did see that, and
it's like
it's one of the things like, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?
So for me, I saw that and it was like the crowd seems to be okay with it, and they were trying to tell us that we weren't ready for a gay president. Poot Bootajudge, get back up here.
What did you just call him?
Did I say?
Yes.
Oh, Pete.
Wow. That is the most offensive thing that's ever happened on this show.
Well, I was talking fast. Mistakes happen.
Do they?
Very quickly.
So, like, if somebody just, like, accidentally dropped the N-word because they were talking fast, would you be like,
yeah,
would you be like, mistakes happen and, like...
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm
not running for public office.
You certainly are now.
If I do, they're gonna find this tape.
Oh, they will very much find this tape. Like, hold up. If they found tweets from like 1994 for Kevin Hart, they gonna find this. Find this video. Stop it.
Gay people. Am I right? Huh? My son's gay? Not anymore because I hit him.
First of all, it was a tweet, so there's no voice needed. Second of all, I would just like to say
that's a part of his stand-up.
I disagree with everything Girard is doing
I disagree with everything that Kevin Hart said in the past.
I disagree with all of what Girard is. I disagree with everything that he said in the last 5 minutes. What's the word?
Repudiate?
Not only
disavow.
Repudiate, I condemn. There we go. That's the word. I condemn all of what he just said. I disagree with it. It is vile.
I'm innocent.
It is vitriol.
Okay.
Is vitriol
that was the fake news media.
Whatever.
Vitriol?
Manipulating your ear holes.
Whatever you think vitriol means, like put the prefix and the suffixes together, and it probably it's viral. It's vitriol, and I condemn it completely.
I'm cool with that.
It's fine. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure that there was much that could have been done that could have swayed that could have made me regret my vote.
So I was going to say that there was another moment where Joe Biden was taken aback. He did a clutch the pearls moment.
Because?
He accused President Trump of not taking responsibility for everything that happened with COVID.
Uh-huh.
And then our president...
I'm sorry, who?
Our president, Trump, was like, look, okay, I take complete responsibility for everything that happened. And Joe Biden was like...
I mean, because he has, like, been on record saying, I don't take responsibility. Like, this isn't, like...
He's never...
And trying to blame it on other people. And, like,
or take
He still didn't apologize.
I know. I'm saying in addition to...
Yeah.
He has never, ever admitted fault in anything.
No.
And this, he didn't, but he said a thing.
Yeah. He didn't, but he said a thing. He did. He said a thing. Yeah.
Those are my takeaways from the day.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the interesting things for me was Joe Biden, even though he walked this back later, very clearly started to talk about moving away from oil and gas.
Fracking.
Not particularly fracking. He did say there wouldn't be fracking on
Federal.
Yeah, on federal lands, which he said for a long time, which Trump and Pence have tried to paint as like he's against fracking, he wants to outlaw fracking, and that's just not what he said. But he has said that they wanted to move away from oil and gas, which, like, I mean, makes sense. And it's kind of like where the world is heading, but like apparently that's a no-no because, I mean, you have like the oil and gas industry are very like powerful industries, and you have a lot of people who like work there and use those resources to survive, and like that's very scary for them to say like, hey, I want to move away from those. So,
well, I mean, not just that. You also have to remember coal country.
Yeah, but I think like, well, maybe not. My thought in that is I am unsure, and hey, I'm on the outside, but I am unsure that coal is making any type of comeback. And I think any efforts to say that it is like we're going to save coal or whatever is a lie and is just used for pandering and not an actual campaign priority.
But Joe Biden and Kamala are radical leftists who are trying to get the Green New Deal passed so that they can take away your coal, your gas, your oil, your cows, your airplanes.
I am unsure that the Green New Deal is after cows.
And windmills create cancer. The wind farms.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Now, 5G creating COVID, I remember that one, but I don't know.
They kill the birds. It's just like a mess of bird intestines and everything, all under the wind farms.
I've been to wind farms. I did not see a bunch of... Anyway, that said, what difference does that make? Seeing as birds aren't real? Have you heard this conspiracy theory?
No.
Seriously?
No.
You never heard this conspiracy theory that birds aren't real? That birds are like government drones and they aren't real.
How long has the government had this technology?
I am not saying I endorse this. I am saying look, flat Earth. Like how am I like I'm just saying this isn't far-fetched to think that people could like come up with this stuff.
Are you QAnon?
For the record, if I was QAnon, it would be even worse. Donald Trump is leading a religious revival against pedophiles that are mostly Democratic all of a sudden, but they're Democratic politicians and celebrities. Like,
yeah, of course.
Don't of course me. This is ridiculous.
And JFK is coming back to become his vice president.
Of course. So let me back up.
I'm sorry, JFK Jr.
Let me back up real quick.
He died too.
Did he?
Oh my gosh. Let me back up real quick before we get off the rails. Human trafficking exists. And politicians...
Coyotes.
What are you talking about?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Human trafficking exists. And that, I mean, like the sexual violence and the sexual transportation of people, men, women, and children for the purposes of selling sex, non-consensual sex with these people. Like that exists. And politicians are a part of it. Politicians know about it. Politicians have used these services of human traffickers. And I want to say that. Now, I want to say that because I am not saying that like that is not happening with politicians, that that's not like I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that if you try to make that political in a way that stares at one party or like says this is happening over here but not anywhere else, and so these are the evil people, like because that is not true and unrealistic, you actually do damage to the actual campaign to find and stop human trafficking, even the kind that some politicians are a part of. And so I want to make that clear that exists outside of the nonsense that is QAnon.
Yes.
That's it. I just felt like it was important.
That's good.
That said, that was not what we were talking about. But anyway, the debate. So it was, yeah.
It's done. We went to go vote.
We did. We had a good time.
We did.
Yeah, it was fun.
Going to vote.
Yeah, going to vote.
They gave us finger condoms.
They
we
did.
rolled on. They're called COTS. COT.
Finger cots, yeah.
But
they work.
They do work.
The only thing missing is they don't come in a little package. They just
You're supposed to bring your own.
What?
Yeah, you're supposed to have your hand sanitizer in your pocket.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like condoms come in a package that you have to
Sure.
I don't think you're supposed to use your teeth. In fact, I'm sure you're not supposed to use your teeth.
You're not, but some people do.
I mean,
when they're in a sticky situation.
It's gross. Anyway, yeah, they just come in but imagine if condoms came in a little box like that. You just.
What do you say?
Like the way that you had finger cot box.
Yeah.
And you just imagine if condoms came in a little box like that. And you just.
They do. It's called 7-Eleven.
Not a box
no. You go to the restroom and you put a quarter in and then the little condom pops out.
That's still you would still have to open it. I'm saying the way.
Oh, if it was just
yeah,
that would be unsanitary.
Probably.
So.
And the stuff that the I can't think of any word but juices would dry out.
Yeah, the hand sanitizer.
No. What?
Oh, for the finger condoms.
Lubricant?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what the lubricant would dry out.
Yeah. So how long did it take for us to get through that line?
At first it was very slow, and then it started moving really fast. So,
10 minutes, maybe?
It was probably a little bit longer than that. Probably 15.
So we got in. You got in before I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, into the gymnasium that we were at.
And then you took forever.
I was doing it for justice.
Yeah, but I mean,
democracy.
we prepared ahead of time. You knew who you were gonna vote for. Why did it possibly take you that long?
I accidentally put against something, and I was like, oh, no. I wrote in Kanye, so everybody's aware.
He did not write in Kanye.
Yeah.
And the way you know he didn't is because we're still friends. Also, yeah, because he wasn't I thought he was going to be on the ballot.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it in Texas.
Yeah, apparently. Which I'm not upset about. But
yeah, I'm not either.
I certainly wouldn't have written in Kanye.
So one of the funny things that happened while we were voting was, or we were waiting, you were ahead of me.
Yes.
And then I was standing next to the little polling dude.
Yeah.
I had a shirt on that said Martin, Malcolm, and Marcus, 3 kings. And so the little poll dude, he's an older white dude.
Why was he little?
I just throw little in front of everything.
Okay.
Little Marco, little Rubio.
All right. So the poll worker.
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh, your shirt. Those are basketball." And I was like,
that he didn't think that.
He thought it was basketball.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah.
He did.
And I was just like, if it were basketball, I wouldn't know. He's like, and he's looking at my shirt, trying to figure it out. I see the wheels turning in his head, the numbers crunching. Marlon looks over through his mask. He's like, I'm disappointed in both of y'all.
I was.
And then little buddy was like, hey, what'd your friend say? And I said, he's disappointed in both of us. And he's like, oh, hey, probably me especially.
Nope, I was equally disappointed. No, I was a little bit more disappointed. grab some context, man. Like, but I guess, like, honestly, it makes sense. If you're white, it is possible that those names don't carry the same amount of significance for you if you're black. And so I guess I'm not disappointed in him. I am disappointed in him because, like, know some daggone history, man. But I'm definitely disappointed in you.
You're disappointed in me.
Because
I voted.
You did.
For Kanye.
You did not. But you don't know basketball players? Like, no.
I know Michael Jordan.
Oh my gosh. This is why. This is why I'm disappointed. In case y'all are like, why are you giving Girard a hard time? Girard didn't do anything wrong. Yes, he did. Know something. Watch a sport.
Michael Jordan.
Gosh.
So I never told him who those names were.
No, that man definitely left that gymnasium not knowing that Martin, Marvin, and Marcus.
No, he didn't say any of the names. He didn't finish them. He was just like, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he probably got it in his defense.
Yeah, he was probably like, oh. Is this the radical leftists they were talking about?
Wow. At the time, yes. At the time, they thought all three of them were radical leftists.
No, I'm talking about me for wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
The guy missed his dog whistle cues to...
In that case, yes, it is the radical leftists they were talking about.
No. But there wasn't... Why were you disappointed? Because you were disappointed about one thing at that gymnasium.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So if y'all have been following us for a while, you know that I have a thing about voting. That the one thing that like really like tops it off. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a vote either way as proven. But the one thing that just like above all tops it off is I love that there's always an old black woman who's working the poll. That sounded weird. And always an old black woman who is a volunteer to help with the voting process. And she's
saying, I'm voting with this dollar.
And she's always just like super proud of me for coming in and voting.
I can't get that image out of my head now. She over here twirling on the pole.
Anyway,
baby, I'm so glad that you came to vote. Go ahead and drop that dollar right.
Anyway, let me take this time to re-condemn everything that Girard is.
She was dancing to Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
I repudiate. I condemn. Anywho, there's always this like black woman, older black woman, who's a volunteer, and she always like gives me that look like I marched for this. And then I go in, I vote, and I walk out, and you always like catch her eye as you go, and she's always like, thank you for voting. And these middle-aged white people at the poll that we saw, they thanked me for voting, but it wasn't the same. Like, it wasn't the same.
It wasn't. I mean, they didn't know who was on my shirt.
She would have known.
She would have known.
She would have known.
There would have been a single tear rolled out her eye, too.
She'd have been like, I remember.
I remember. Well, thank God she wasn't there, because COVID probably would have got her out of everybody in that place.
Wow. I mean, I'm very glad that, she decided to stay home, stay safe, There
was one when I went to vote in the primaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, let's take the opportunity to say, if you haven't yet casted your vote, go to vote411.org.
Yeah. Don't be up there. Don't be up there, eeny, meeny, miny. Just, like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his... Because some of them don't have parties, right? So if you're going to vote, like, straight party ticket, like, you can do that. I mean, you have to go in and, like, find the... But, like, find the Democrat or the Republican, whatever. But some of them don't have parties assigned based on the race. Like, council people don't have parties assigned. So you know, you gotta go. And plus, like, I'm just not a straight ticket voter. You wouldn't know that from like this particular last session, but I'm generally not. I'm generally not a straight ticket voter. I usually like to go in and see what each people like say and what they do. Like I like to be an informed voter. Like you know, I like to really take my civic duty. And anyway, Vote 411 will lay out all the things that are on your ballot.
All the things.
And then like let you choose ahead of time. And then you can even print a paper out and you can take that with you to the poll. You can't have your phone, but you take that paper with you to the polls and then you could like whatever. And so.
Yeah. And this is not just what's going on a national level.
What's going on? No? Okay. We hadn't sang today, so.
We hadn't sang.
No, it's fine.
Before we go any further, I just want to make clear that you did sing a racist song earlier.
What song did I sing?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes.
See, I always know it as Catch a Tiger by its toe, but apparently in its infancy, it was Catch an N-word by its toe.
Yeah. If he hollers, let him go.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of those children's songs are racist.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Most of them. One of them was about the Holocaust.
Ring Around the
Ring
Rosie.
Around the Rosie.
Oh.
Yeah. Pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes. We all fall down.
Yeah.
That's when the bomb dropped. Boom.
Actually, the ashes were from the gas chambers where they like burned all these people, and then the ashes would come.
Yeah, that's the bomb though.
Like out the chimney?
Yeah. Like Django.
No, I meant like the ashes, like what he said.
Oh, I thought you said off the chain. I thought you said off the chain. Okay.
Yes.
I was trying
That's
to put two
why
and two
I don't know what
together.
bomb he's talking about. That's what I was referring
The bomb
to.
that they dropped on Tulsa. See, all this stuff is connected, man.
Sir, that is not connected.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. But yeah, it's Catch an N-word
Also,
by his toe.
did they drop a bomb on Tulsa?
That's what the song "You Dropped the Bomb on Me"
That
by
is the Gap Band. That is not what that song is about.
That is what it's about.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
It is absolutely not.
Go sing a little bit. So
You dropped the bomb on me, baby. You dropped the bomb on me. I don't know any of the words.
See, you didn't do the math. You didn't do the math. You didn't do the knowledge again.
Do the knowledge?
Yes.
I was about to start my Uncle Charlie, but like it's early and my voice is. I did that, yeah, but I don't know the words. But that song is the bomb is like infatuation, not an actual bomb.
It's a metaphor.
Also, although like if we're talking historically, and generally probably around the time that song came out, what bomb was dropped on black people? Huh?
Go ahead.
No, you have to know this.
I'm riveted with the rest of our audience.
It was in Philadelphia. They had
The Move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now you know.
I mean, I know.
What was it?
I be trying to give you opportunities to like have your own lectures, and you just be
I just
like,
did.
what?
I talked about how
You did.
Tulsa and Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo
time
are
out.
related.
Yo, your lectures are so bad then because those were not related.
Black people.
Not unless you're talking about black Jews. Like that is not a thing.
Black Jews?
Yes, black
Oh,
Jews
well,
are a thing.
Yeah, we're about to get into some.
We're not.
We're
but-
really about to do the knowledge
We're
now.
not. We're not about to do that. But I can't even remember what year the Move bombing happened. But what happened was
It was 70 something. Wait. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. So in Philadelphia, there was a complex, and that sounds like Waco, but not that kind of complex. Like an apartment complex that these people lived in and organized out of, and the police decided to like go in and violently break them up, and they defended themselves and were like holding the compound, so to speak. And it became like dangerous for police, dangerous for them. So the police decided we're going to literally take a bomb and drop it on American citizens. And they blew up the whole complex. And then when people tried to escape because, you know, the top of that building had been bombed, they shot them as they were running out.
Yeah.
Man.
Just like when they used that bomb to...
Stop it. This is about to be something stupid. What is it?
I'm not going to...
It was going to be something dumb, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't going to be something dumb, but I'm not going to make that connection.
Okay.
I have my boundaries.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yes.
Because they got to the... They're... Wow. All right. I'm curious where... Now I'm really curious, like, what line were you about to step over? All right, fine.
No, sir. Not me.
Okay, so I don't even know what else happened this week. We voted. High five for us.
Yeah, COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
elbow.
go. All right.
There we go.
The transfer has been completed.
I think it's funny because like we high-fived on your screen, but not mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
cool.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Anyway.
You do it on your screen?
No. Okay, come on.
Hey.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we missed.
No. You gotta come this way a little bit more.
Good.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
That's all getting cut out.
Oh. Real quick, one of the things that we talked about the last episode.
Okay.
I think we touched on the plans for Black people.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about Trump's platinum plan.
I know what you're about to say.
And we were like, oh, Joe Biden probably has one, but we don't know. We haven't heard of it. And then Ice Cube bomb dropped, an ice bomb dropped of controversy.
Really? Because we could use one of those.
For like an ice bomb?
Yeah. And Antarctica and Russia, all these places that aren't refreezing right now, but that's fine. Let's talk about this.
Look, climate change isn't real.
I would like to repudiate. I would like to condemn. I would like to say that I do not agree with anything that Girard has said in the past 30 seconds.
That's fine. That's fine.
Continue.
But Ice Cube was trending because Trump surrogate Katrina Pearson made a tweet mentioning his name in relation to the development of their platinum plan. And so everybody flipped out and was like, Ice Cube is a Trump supporter. And he's like, no, I'm not a Trump supporter. They got in contact with me about my contract with Black America. The Biden camp got in contact with me about my contract with Black America. And they both had their own plans already. Joe Biden's being the lift every voice, and then Trump's being the platinum plan. Now, I think I did read that the platinum plan did take a little bit from the contract with Black America.
Okay.
But if you go and look at, have you read any of it?
No.
So there's just like bullet points. It's like, hey, we're gonna put money here. Hey, we're gonna put money there, and it was like that's cool, I guess. And then if you look at Joe Biden's plan, it's a long ass detailed plan for Black people, Black disabled folks, Black LGBTQ plus community, Black women. Like it's specific points that reach every single one of them, so that nobody's left out. And it's not just like a catch-all for
like all Black people need the same thing, so this is what we're gonna give them. Yeah.
Very detailed, very laid out. Ice Cube's plan was kind of like the platinum plan. But just want to say they both have plans, and if Trump really wanted your vote, he probably would have talked about this like 2 years ago.
I just want to say I called it last week that they probably both had plans and that you were just unfamiliar with one. Do you remember this?
Yeah, and I also said, yeah, he probably does. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I was waiting on you.
I will say, like, there are actual experts.
Yes.
Like, this is what I'm not getting. Like, there are actual experts who are, like, who have devoted their life to actually, like, academically and, like, socially and intelligently thinking about how to address and build up and help and assist and empower and whatever, like, positive, like, growth word you want to use Black people.
Negroes.
Ice Cube is not one of those people. And I'm not saying that he can't have good ideas and be smart and blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying, if you, like, took a scholar and their plan, and you took Ice Cube and their plan, and you were like, don't read it, just pick which one you want to go with. I'm not picking the guy who wrote you can do it, put your back into it. Like, I'm not doing, like, I'm gonna pick the scholar, like, I'm gonna pick the guy who, like, has been thinking about this for a lot longer. Like,
you don't think he was thinking about that when he wrote you can do it, put your back into it?
I'm uncertain that
he was talking about put your back into voting.
Oh, okay. I'm still not certain that, like, you know. Yay. I'm just not sure that the guy in Friday, and I'm not saying that, like, he couldn't also. I just don't, like, I'm okay. Let me back up. I'm not one of those people who thinks, like, if you're an entertainer or a basketball player, whatever, you can't be, like, intelligent, a genius, whatever. Like Roberson? Oh my gosh. Anyway, the point is, do you even know who I mean when I say Roberson?
Why do you continually do that?
Gosh. Well, at least, like, stop me and tell me, like, who's that, so I don't just, like...
No, just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
He's talking, you're representing the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So
you are the audience.
Oh, so am I supposed to be like, no, I don't.
Yes,
Tell me more
exactly.
about Roberson.
Please don't say it like that. But you could be like, no. And I'll tell you, like, Paul Robeson was essentially, like, an amazing athlete. Mm-hmm. And then he was an amazing actor. And he was a really, really intelligent person and an activist.
During what time?
It's a great question. It was during, I'm going to get my dates wrong here, but...
The black and white days.
Definitely the black and white days. It's like...
Robeson?
Yeah, Paul Robeson.
He was born in 1898, died in 76.
Yeah.
In Philly.
So he would have been around the time of, like, let me not do this, but it was like very early. So, like, we're obviously before integration, before, like, civil rights movement, things like that. Like, like, he is, like, he is an activist before.
This was during the blackface days.
There was exactly. He was an activist before the widespread activism. Yeah. And so you can imagine how much vitriol and, like, how much hatred he received. And so even though he was like,
The 40s.
Yeah. So even though he was absolutely a genius and absolutely great at what he did, like, there were so many people who just, like, hated him because he was an excellent person and he was black and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, like, to an extent, like, it's jealousy, but to an extent, it's just like people didn't think you got to be smart as a black person. And things like that. So I don't think that's what that means.
Oh, that's definitely a thing too.
It is a thing. That's not what that means, though. Anyway, so I'm not saying that I don't believe that is occurring, and I'm not even saying that Paul Robeson is, like, an outlier. I think there are a lot of incredibly intelligent athletes and things like that. And I think I didn't even know T. Athlete was an athlete. Oh, you mean like entertainer?
Yeah,
things like that. Yeah, I think there are a lot of incredibly intelligent people who can do both and I think it depends on how you think about intelligence. But that's a story for another day. Now, I will say I am unsure that Ice Cube falls in that like pot for me.
You say all that to say
yes.
Okay.
I say all that to say I am not saying they can't be. I'm saying I'm unsure Ice Cube falls in that category for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it.
I feel the same way.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's cool that he put something together.
Sure.
But, you know, at the same time, like you were saying, there are many activists, many scholars, people who have been doing this for a long time. Not to say that he hasn't been there, but he hasn't been there to do the research, to have those kind of experiences and to work with different types of people on plans on how to better the black community as a whole.
And, you know, in his defense, maybe he asked those people, but, you know, if it doesn't include, you know, the groups that Biden's includes, then I would say it's not a full plan.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I know he threw it in someone's face on Twitter because I was just following like the retweets you were posting of Ice Cube, and someone had said like you should consult with so and so, and he was like, I actually did consult with that guy and blah 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 when creating a contract with Black America, but didn't really specify the extent.
Yeah,
like the contribution, you know.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of the entertainers that we talked about last time who used to mess with Trump, who don't mess with Trump anymore, who have taken it upon themselves to get active in a different way. So, like, I think Diddy was talking about starting a party for Black people. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It might have been called a party for Black people. But, you know, he's getting more involved now. And this is supposed to be in development for after the election. And I think my understanding of it is that basically it's just like, okay, so this is a conglomerate of ideas and just a place where we can get all these people together and start demanding more from our elected officials as Black people.
Okay. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I'm just I think priority though. Yeah. Like I think the priority right now is November 3rd, and then but also like after November 3rd, people are probably gonna like, you know, start thinking about other things and not this at all. So we'll see. Well, I guess that depends on what happens on November 3rd.
Yeah. We're gonna find out.
What are you doing election day?
I'm going to be off. I'm going to be on vacation.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
To the mountains.
Like these particular ones?
To the mountains that Dr. King was talking about.
I see the mountaintop. And I may not get there with you, but we, as a people, we'll get there. Nope, I just combined Martin Luther King
and Obama.
All right, on that note, I gotta go. That was history. That was 1964 to 2020. Right, I like
the way you connected it.
Yeah, that's right.
That was almost as good as my connections.
I'll give it to you. Nope, I won't. No, that's not. Mm-mm.
So we will be back next week.
Yeah, I got nothing to do. And next week will be right before the election.
Ooh.
So
wow. I'm sure there'll be some kind of October surprise.
I feel like they were trying to make these emails.
The Hunter Biden emails.
Yeah, the Hunter Biden and him. As I watch Fox News, they are really trying to drum up that this is a thing, and like that this is the thing. This is the October surprise we're all looking for. But the thing is, even if this is a scandal, it doesn't compete with the scandals of Trump.
No, I was just about to say scandals are played out now.
Oh, for sure. And I think like that was the thing. Like literally, we have been desensitized. You're not about to drag me into this conversation because I really do have to go. But
I didn't do any dragging. You're the one who's talking.
So I was just going to say thank you for stopping by
for a slice of black apple pie.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
He loves his family, he loves his crew, that's nothing new. A touch confused, in love with music, but just a dude. It's just as true, he'll fucking lose what he doesn't use. But he's addicted to those ones and twos. And I can't wait no more. Plus I can't fake that, I just don't feel that up.
Peace.